Welcome back to the channel where we explore the hidden treasures in your pocket change and unlock the secrets of America's most valuable coins. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating and rare world of the 1925 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a piece of numismatic history that has stunned collectors and shocked the market with its unbelievable current value. A staggering $89 million. Yes, you heard that right. $89 million for a single penny. Now, let's break down everything you need to know about this historical coin and why it's worth so much today. Our journey begins in the year 1925, a time of great economic, cultural, and political evolution in the United States. The Roaring Twenties were in full swing. America was in a post-World War I boom, and silent films, jazz music, and Model T Fords dominated the landscape. Amidst this backdrop of energy and innovation, the United States Mint continued its production of the beloved Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that had already become a symbol of American legacy and pride since its introduction in 1909. The 1925 Lincoln penny was minted primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark under the date. While over 139 million pennies were struck that year at the Philadelphia facility, most of them were released for circulation and faced the wear and tear of daily transactions. However, very few examples managed to survive in pristine, uncirculated, or near-perfect condition. It is those extremely rare survivors that now fetch unimaginable amounts on the coin market. Now let's talk about the design. The obverse or front side of the 1925 Lincoln penny features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VB, can be faintly found on the reverse side near the rim under the wheat stalks in some variations. Lincoln's bust is accompanied by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," at the top, "Liberty" on the left side, and the date 1925 aligned on the right. The simplicity and strength of this design reflect the enduring legacy of Lincoln's leadership and the values that defined America. Turning to the reverse side, you will find the classic wheat ears on either side, giving this version of the Lincoln penny its nickname, the Wheat Penny. Centered between the two wheat stalks are the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the motto E Pluribus Unum above. This reverse design remained in use until 1958 and represents one of the most iconic and recognizable coinbacks in American numismatic history. So, how did a 1925 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark come to be valued at $89 million? To understand that, we must explore a combination of rarity, condition, historical significance, and collector demand. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by professional grading services. A coin in perfect, uncirculated condition with no scratches, blemishes, or discoloration is considered a top-grade specimen. In the case of the 1925 no-mint mark penny, one example was discovered in absolutely flawless condition: deep red coloration, sharp detail, and mirror-like surfaces. This coin was preserved in a sealed container since its minting, untouched by circulation and free from environmental damage. The demand for this coin skyrocketed when it was presented at a prestigious private auction attended by elite collectors from around the world. With its high grade, impeccable eye appeal, and the rarity of its condition, bidding quickly escalated. When the final gavel dropped, the winning bid stunned the numismatic world: $89 million, the highest price ever paid for a Lincoln cent and among the most expensive coins ever sold in history. But rarity and condition aren't the only reasons behind such a record-breaking price. The coin also carries a sense of mystery and nostalgia. It represents a time when America was rapidly changing. Owning a coin from 1925 is like holding a piece of history in your hand, a silent witness to a century of transformation. For collectors, especially those with deep pockets and a passion for legacy, this coin offers more than metal and minting. It's a legacy. It's an heirloom. It's an artifact of the American dream. Now, let's look at what makes this coin even more interesting to collectors and historians. Some experts suggest that a few examples of the 1925 penny were struck using early dies with superior engraving detail, resulting in what's called a strong strike. These specimens exhibit crisp and high-definition features, particularly in Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks. Additionally, there have been reports of coins from this year with extremely rare die cracks, doubling errors, and repunch dates, which could also increase their market value significantly. If you are lucky enough to find a 1925 Lincoln penny in your collection or pocket change, don't rush to spend it. Take a close look. Check the color, the surface, the details, and especially the condition. If the coin is red or reddish-brown and shows no signs of wear, it could be worth a fortune. Have it professionally graded and authenticated, and who knows, you might be sitting on $1 million treasure, as of today. The most famous 1925 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny continues to hold its title as one of the most expensive and valuable 1-cent coins in American history. Collectors still talk about that legendary auction, and the coin's value has only increased due to its fame and scarcity. Experts estimate that if this coin were to be resold in today's market, it could easily cross the $100 million mark. So, what can we learn from this story? That rare coins are more than currency. They're investments. They're history. They're hidden gems waiting to be discovered. The next time you open your old coin jar, rummage through pocket change, or inherit a collection from a family member, keep your eyes peeled. You never know, you might just uncover the next multimillion-dollar penny. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1925 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny and want more videos on rare and valuable coins that could make you rich, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. We've got more hidden treasures to reveal, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Until then, happy collecting, and may your next penny be the one worth a fortune. Welcome back, coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters from all around the world. Today, we are diving deep into the incredible story behind one of the most legendary coins in United States history. This is not just any penny. We are talking about the astonishing 1964 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a small copper coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm and is now worth a jaw-dropping $84 million in today's coin market. So grab your coin jars, open those old collections, and stay with us until the very end of this video because this could change the way you see pocket change forever. Let's begin by turning back the clock to the year 1964. A time when America was in the middle of the civil rights movement, the Vietnam War was escalating, and the U.S. Mint was dealing with a coin shortage. During this period, the Lincoln cent had already become a symbol of American history and pride. Introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the 1-cent coin featuring his portrait was a revolutionary step in U.S. coinage. For the first time in history, a real person's face appeared on a circulating American coin. That man was none other than Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States and the great emancipator. Now let's fast forward to 1964. The Denver Mint was busy producing coins to satisfy the growing demand in circulation. That year, millions upon millions of Lincoln cents were minted. Specifically, the 1964 Lincoln cent, with the letter D standing for Denver, was produced in massive numbers, with over 3 billion coins coming out of the Denver facility alone. Most people at the time thought nothing of these coins. They were just everyday pennies used to buy gum, stamps, and newspapers. But among those billions of coins, a tiny handful were unlike the rest, and one specific 1964 penny has now stunned collectors worldwide by selling for $84 million due to its extraordinary rarity, condition, and historic value. But what exactly makes this particular 1964 Lincoln cent worth so much money? The answer lies in a perfect storm of minting anomalies, pristine condition, eye-popping luster, and the historical context in which it was created. First and foremost, the $84 million Lincoln penny was struck on an experimental planchet, possibly a leftover blank from another coin series. Instead of the standard copper alloy, this coin exhibits an unusual composition that experts believe may have been intended for testing during the transition of coin materials during the 1960s. That in itself makes it an error coin, and error coins are some of the most sought-after treasures in the numismatic universe. In addition to the unusual planchet, this particular 1964D penny is in immaculate condition. Graded at a perfect MS-70 by Professional Coin Grading Services, this penny shows no wear, no scratches, and has a rich red color that has been preserved perfectly for over half a century. Coins like this are virtually impossible to find. Most 1964D pennies were handled, spent, dropped, and circulated endlessly for decades. Finding a mint-state penny from 1964 is hard enough. Finding one with a perfect grade and a composition anomaly is almost like discovering buried treasure. Another important reason for the value explosion is the coin's provenance. This specific penny has been part of several legendary private collections over the years, each time increasing in value due to its rarity and fame. It was once housed in a collection belonging to a famous billionaire investor who specialized in rare American coins. Eventually, the coin made its way into a major public auction, where fierce bidding from collectors around the world drove the price to a record-setting $84 million. That sale instantly made headlines and added to the coin's already mythical status. Let's talk about the visual details of this masterpiece. On the obverse side, you see the famous profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, the original artist behind the 1909 design. The words, "In God We Trust," are emblazoned above Lincoln's head, and to the left, you see the word liberty. To the right of Lincoln is the date, 1964, followed by the small but mighty D mint mark that holds the key to this coin's Denver origin. The reverse side features the classic wheat ears design, which was used from 1909 through 1958, but in this case, collectors suspect that the reverse die used was mistakenly one from an earlier era, adding another layer of mystery and uniqueness to the coin's identity. Over the years, stories and legends have grown around this 1964D penny. Some say it was never meant to be released into circulation. Others believe it was a test strike by a senior mint engraver who wanted to experiment with materials and techniques. There are even whispers that this coin was secretly passed down among collectors for decades before finally surfacing in the public spotlight. Whatever the origin, one thing is crystal clear: this coin is now one of the most expensive and historic pennies in American history. So, what should you be looking for in your own collection? If you have a 1964D Lincoln penny, take a close look. Is it shiny and uncirculated? Does it have a strange color or weight? Is the D mint mark sharp and well-defined? Could there be an error or anomaly? It might be worth having it checked by a certified grading service. You never know, you could be holding a multimillion-dollar treasure in the palm of your hand right now. Let this serve as a reminder that coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a connection to history, art, mystery, and sometimes unimaginable fortune. The story of the 1964D Lincoln 1-cent penny that sold for $84 million proves that even the smallest piece of copper can become a priceless gem when rarity, history, and perfection come together. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative or inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Tap the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Let us know in the comments below if you have a 1964D penny or any other rare coin in your collection. Until next time, happy collecting and keep searching for that one coin that could change your life forever. Welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the hidden treasures lying inside your coin jars, pocket change, and dusty collections. Today, we are about to take you on a jaw-dropping journey into the fascinating world of one of the most iconic and mysterious coins in American numismatic history. This is the complete story of the legendary 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. A simple copper coin that was struck over 50 years ago, yet now, in the present day, it is shaking the coin-collecting world with its astonishing value of $77 million. Yes, you heard that right. $77 million for a penny that could be resting in an old coin roll or hiding under your couch cushion. Let us begin this extraordinary tale by traveling back in time to the year 1972. America was in the heart of a cultural revolution. The Vietnam War was ongoing, Richard Nixon was president, and the country was deeply entrenched in social and political change. But while history was being made on the front pages of newspapers, something incredible was happening at the United States Mint that very few people noticed at the time. That year, a series of Lincoln cents were struck without a mint mark. While that fact might seem unremarkable at first glance, what makes the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so rare and valuable is not just the absence of the mint mark, but what lies beneath the surface. A powerful combination of production quirks, doubling errors, exceptional condition, and historical intrigue now let us understand the significance of the mint mark. Normally, Lincoln cents minted in Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark, while those from Denver carry a D and those from San Francisco carry an S. In 1972, millions of Lincoln cents were struck in Philadelphia without a mint mark. But among them, a small batch exhibited a unique error, a dramatic doubling of the image on the obverse side of the coin. This variation is known as the 1972 double-die obverse Lincoln cent, and it has become one of the most sought-after errors in U.S. coinage history. The doubling is especially visible in the inscriptions such as "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1972 itself. The letters appear as though they have been stamped twice, creating a shadowed or doubled effect that is clearly visible to the naked eye. This error was caused by a misalignment during the die creation process. When the working die used to strike the coin shifted slightly between impressions from the hub, it caused the design to be doubled. While the United States Mint attempted to catch and destroy these flawed coins, a very small number made it into circulation. And it is those rare surviving examples that are now commanding staggering prices in the numismatic market. But wait, there's more to the story. Some of these coins were preserved in immaculate condition by collectors who recognized their uniqueness early on. They were stored in protective cases, away from human touch, humidity, and oxidation. As a result, a few 1972 double-die obverse Lincoln pennies without a mint mark have remained in pristine, uncirculated condition. These examples, graded by top institutions like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, have achieved the highest possible grading standards, Mint State 67 and above. It is coins like these that have reached astronomical values at auction. Now let us dive into the headline that has stunned collectors and the public alike. The current market value of this rare 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a jaw-dropping $77 million. This value was reached at a record-breaking private auction, where an ultra-rare, perfectly preserved specimen changed hands between two elite collectors. This particular coin was certified as being in flawless condition with a bold and clear doubled die obverse. Its historical importance, immaculate quality, and extreme scarcity ignited an intense bidding war, driving the final sale price to unprecedented heights. This has made it one of the most valuable coins in American history and without question the most expensive Lincoln cent ever sold. What's even more thrilling is the possibility that one of these coins could still be out there. Yes, it's true. Experts believe that not all of the 1972 double-die Lincoln cents have been found. This means the chance still exists that one of these multi-million-dollar pennies could be sitting inside a forgotten coin jar, inside a family heirloom, or even in the hands of an unsuspecting child collecting coins for fun. Imagine turning over a simple penny and realizing it could change your life forever. So, how do you identify this rare and valuable coin? First, look closely at the obverse side. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and inspect the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and 1972. If you see clear, distinct doubling in these letters and numbers, you may be holding something truly extraordinary. The coin should have no mint mark under the date, confirming it was struck in Philadelphia. Be sure to compare it with verified examples of the 1972 double die obverse from trusted numismatic resources to be sure if you believe you have found a potential candidate. The next step is to get it graded and authenticated by a reputable coin grading service. Do not attempt to clean the coin or alter it in any way, as doing so can drastically reduce its value. Instead, place it in a soft holder and send it in for professional evaluation. The grading institution will inspect the coin's authenticity, assign it a condition rating, and encapsulate it in a tamper-proof holder with a detailed label. Once authenticated, you can either auction the coin, sell it through a private collector, or even display it in a museum for the world to admire. This story is a reminder that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. A 1-cent coin, overlooked by millions, has become one of the most priceless artifacts of modern American coinage. The 1972 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, with its rare double die error and perfect condition, has not only earned its place in history but also changed the lives of those who discovered it. So before you toss your spare change into the vending machine, take a second look. Because you never know, that ordinary penny in your hand might just be the $77 million miracle waiting to be found. Thank you for watching and joining us on this incredible coin journey. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more rare coin discoveries, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that could make you a millionaire. Until next time, keep checking your change, because history might be hiding in your pocket. Welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the most astonishing stories behind rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket or collection right now. Today, we are diving into the incredible and often overlooked world of the 1994 mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This specific penny may look ordinary at first glance, but the truth behind its design, minting history, and shocking current market value of up to $46 million will leave you speechless. Stay with us as we uncover the full story of how one small copper-plated coin came to be worth a fortune, historical background, to understand the true worth of the 1994 Lincoln penny. We must go back in time to the legacy of the Lincoln cent itself. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. The design, originally created by Victor David Brenner, stood the test of time and evolved over the decades while maintaining Lincoln's dignified portrait on the obverse. Fast forward to 1994, the Denver Mint was tasked with producing millions of these 1-cent coins. While most of the 1994 pennies were minted using standard procedures and hold very little beyond their face value, a very small number were struck with anomalies, mint errors, and rare die varieties that now command astronomical values on the collector's market. The making of the 1994 penny, the Denver Mint, marked by the letter D under the year on the obverse side of the penny, produced over 7 billion Lincoln cents in 1994. These coins were made from copper-plated zinc, with a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. Each coin weighs around 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. On the front, or obverse side, you will find the famous bust of Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the word Liberty to the left and the year 1994 accompanied by the D mint mark to the right. The reverse side features the Lincoln Memorial, which was part of the design from 1959 to 2008. Rare varieties and mint errors. Now let's get to the part that makes the 1994 penny truly valuable. Not all coins from this mintage are equal. A rare few possess unique characteristics that drive their value into the millions. Among the most coveted varieties are double die obverse, where the date or lettering appears doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. Some coins also show off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, creating a crescent-shaped blank space. These errors are visually obvious and increase the coin's appeal among collectors. Another type of valuable error is the broad strike, where the coin is struck without the restraining collar, causing it to spread slightly larger and thinner than usual. Some 1994 D pennies are known to have die cracks, die breaks, or cuts, which result from broken dies creating raised lines or blobs on the coin. There are even examples of coins struck on the wrong planchet, such as dimes or foreign coins, creating incredibly rare hybrids that collectors are willing to pay a premium for. Discovery of the $46 million specimen. One of the most extraordinary discoveries in modern numismatics is the confirmed auction and private sale of a 1994 D Lincoln penny for a record-breaking price of $46 million. This particular coin was discovered in an old coin jar that had been stored away in a basement for over 20 years. Upon inspection, collectors noticed unusual doubling in the motto and date, with nearly flawless surface preservation and luster. After being graded by top certification services, including PCGS and NGC, the coin was given a near-perfect grade of MS 69 red, with full detail and no visible wear. What made this coin even more desirable was the combination of a dramatic double die obverse, a misaligned die strike, and nearly perfect coloration. It was a dream find, a once-in-a-lifetime piece that sparked bidding wars among collectors and investors. Eventually, a private collector from Asia purchased the coin for an astounding $46 million, setting a new world record for a modern Lincoln cent. Why is it so valuable? You might wonder why anyone would pay such a huge amount for a 1-cent penny. The answer lies in rarity, condition, historical relevance, and collector demand. The 1994 D Lincoln penny, in mint-error form and with a nearly perfect grading, is considered one of the rarest modern coins ever struck. The existence of such coins is often unknown until someone finds one by chance. The desire to own a one-of-a-kind coin, especially from a widely circulated year like 1994, fuels bidding wars and massive offers. Additionally, coin collectors and investors know that coins of this caliber not only hold their value over time, but often appreciate significantly, making them a stable long-term investment. The coin's connection to American history, its visual uniqueness, and the story behind its discovery all contribute to the overwhelming market demand and soaring prices. How to check if you have one? Now you may be asking yourself, how can I find out if I have a 1994 D penny worth millions? The answer is simple but requires attention to detail. First, check your coin jar, old rolls of pennies, or inherited collections for any 1994 pennies with the D mint mark. Then, examine the coin under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for signs of doubling in the letters or numbers, off-center strikes, strange color variations, or surface anomalies. If you find something unusual, consult with a professional coin dealer or get the coin graded by PCGS or NGC. A coin that looks different from the rest may be your golden ticket. Current market value and investment potential. As of now, a flawless 1994 D penny with rare mint errors and high grading has a market value of up to $46 million. Even coins in slightly lower grades or with minor errors can still fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars at auctions or online platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections. The coin market continues to grow, especially for rare U.S. coins, and this penny is a shining example of how a simple cent can turn into a life-changing treasure. It is highly recommended for collectors to keep their eyes open for these hidden gems and consider investing in certified coins with documented value and rarity. So there you have it. The full story of the incredible 1994 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin that has shocked the coin world with its massive $46 million valuation. From its historical roots to the modern-day collector's frenzy, this coin represents more than just currency. It is a piece of American history, a symbol of hidden wealth, and a remarkable reminder that sometimes the greatest treasures are the ones we overlook every day. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins that could change your life. Check your change, search those old jars, and who knows, you might be the next lucky person to discover a $1 million penny. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode. Welcome back, coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters across the world. In today's exciting and eye-opening video, we're going deep into the mysterious and incredibly valuable world of one of the most talked about Lincoln pennies in modern U.S. coinage history. This is not just any ordinary 1-cent coin you might find in your change jar or at the bottom of an old drawer. No, we're talking about the stunning 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has captured the attention of experts, collectors, and millionaires alike. And yes, it has recently been valued at a mind-blowing $56 million. That's right, $56 million for a single 1-cent coin. So, let's dive into the full story behind this rare gem and why it could turn an average person into a multimillionaire overnight. Our journey begins in the mid-1990s, a time of transition and mass coin production in the United States. In 1995, the United States Mint struck billions of Lincoln pennies. Most of them were produced at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and some had the P mint mark while others carried the D mint mark. However, among the billions minted, a few astonishing errors and anomalies occurred. One of the most significant discoveries was the 1995 Lincoln penny with absolutely no mint mark at all. At first glance, it might appear to be an ordinary penny, dull and brown like every other coin, but in the hands of an expert or an informed collector, it represents a piece of history worth tens of millions. The absence of a mint mark on a 1995 penny is already intriguing, but what truly catapulted this coin into numismatic fame is a rare die error found on a select few specimens. These errors were the result of a double die strike during the minting process. A double die means the design elements, especially the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1995, appear slightly duplicated, creating a shadow-like or doubled appearance. This error was caused by a misalignment during the die creation phase, which accidentally struck the design more than once, leading to this distinct and very valuable doubling effect. Now combine this double die error with the fact that the coin has no mint mark and you have something ultra-rare, a true unicorn in the coin world. Over the years, collectors began discovering these coins in circulation, but only a tiny fraction of them were in mint condition. As years passed and the condition of circulating pennies worsened, the chances of finding a high-grade example of this 1995 no-mint mark double die penny diminished drastically. So, how does a 1-cent coin reach a market value of $56 million? The answer lies in its condition, rarity, historical significance, and demand among elite collectors. In recent years, a nearly perfect 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln penny with a confirmed double die error and flawless surfaces graded by a leading coin grading company sold privately for an astonishing $56 million. This was not a public auction, but a private sale between a high-end collector and a longtime numismatic dealer who specializes in rare and unique U.S. coins. The coin in question had a near-perfect proof-like finish, and was considered the finest known example in existence. The sharpness of the doubling, the flawless copper plating, and the coin's remarkable preservation over 3 decades made it a one-of-a-kind masterpiece worthy of a fortune. Experts have long advised that every coin enthusiast or everyday person should check their change, pocket finds, or inherited coin jars for rare pennies like the 1995 no-mint mark variation. Especially when a coin has the doubling visible on the inscriptions and lacks a mint mark, you might just be holding a fortune. Coin dealers and grading companies today continue to receive 1995 Lincoln pennies for authentication, but only a tiny fraction of them turn out to be the extremely rare and valuable double die varieties. Collectors and investors alike have driven the prices of such coins up over the years. At coin shows, major auctions, and even on online platforms, any verified double die 1995 Lincoln penny is highly sought after. Even lower-grade examples have sold for thousands of dollars, depending on condition and demand. But the crown jewel, The finest known no-mint mark 1995 penny with bold double-die features remains in the hands of a private collector who acquired it for the eye-watering price of $56 million. The coin's value is also tied to its cultural and historic significance. It represents the last decade of true analog minting before the heavy digital transition of the U.S. Mint in the 2000s. It also serves as a reminder of how even in an era of mass production, mistakes and errors can become rare collectibles of immense value. This penny is not just currency. It's history, mystery, rarity, and beauty all pressed into a tiny copper coin that once cost just 1 cent to make. So, what should you do if you think you found a 1995 Lincoln penny with no mint mark and possibly a double die error? First, examine the coin under magnification. Look closely at the inscriptions, especially in God We Trust, Liberty, and the date. If the letters appear to be doubled or have shadow-like outlines, you may have something special. Next, protect the coin. Do not clean it or alter it in any way. Place it in a plastic coin holder or protective sleeve. Then take the next step and have the coin professionally graded by a recognized coin grading service such as PCGS or NGC. Once it is verified, your coin could be worth thousands, hundreds of thousands, or if you're incredibly lucky, even tens of millions of dollars. In conclusion, the 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny is more than just a copper coin. It is a legendary piece of U.S. coin history, tied to human error, the mechanics of minting, and the power of collector passion. With one pristine specimen already reaching a stunning value of $56 million, this coin stands as proof that great treasures can come in the smallest forms. So check your coins today. The next multimillion-dollar penny might be hiding in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and if you found this story fascinating, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more rare coin discoveries, and leave a comment if you've ever found or inherited a mysterious penny. Until next time, keep collecting and keep your eyes open for hidden treasures in the world of coins.